Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Cao Yang, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side so once with all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, today's video, I would like to just recap what I had just said in my previous video. I suspect there's news media actually watching my video. They actually go in and dig out more statistic in historical statistic for the immigration quotas. Well, they basically say the coalition's plan basically will not work. And also because there's so many things that Peter Dutton has been doing wrongly during this election campaign. So the we estimate and predict that the Labour will actually win this election, and we will take a look at the migration strategy plan, how the upcoming Labour government will actually do for the upcoming perhaps immigration policy. Alright, first but not least, let's just go back to more news about the coalition. How the coalition just playing like a clown and then throwing numbers, trying to win the vote from they reckon that the Australian publics they are fools. Australian people, Australian citizens are fools. I do not think that this way will actually attract more votes, and the stats has already shown, the polls already showing the support on coalition continues to drops. Anyhow, you may want to do your own search on those media and news like that. So alright, so let's look at this one. It says coalitions the ditch Howard era skill migration target reduce effect total figures by 45,000. So again, that's basically saying, look, it's not gonna work. And who is Howard? What is Howard era? John Howard is the former prime minister, who is from the Liberal Party as well. So they're basically throwing out what the Liberal had actually designed and telling the public that we gotta cut 45,000 of the skilled migrant. Look, as I had said, it won't work, man. It won't work because those skilled migrants is extremely vital to the Australian economy. If you wanted to cut them out, so many small, medium-sized businesses and also the large corporation would jump out and start hitting Liberal Party. And that's exactly what's happening. Their support is dropping. All right, and let's have a look at the figure continue on this report. And I will just extract that straight away and show you guys. And this is actually past and planned permanent migration intake from 2013 and 14 all the way down to the proposed 2025 and 26 down there. So as you can see here, let's just look at the figure here. Now, first of all, let's ask a question. What was the population back in 2013 and 2014? And here we go. It's pretty easy. All you need to do is Google, and that's it. And the population back then was, here we go, it's only 33 million. Now it's 23 million, I'm sorry. There was only 23 million, and today it's 27 million. It's 4 million more people compared to 10 years ago, 10 or more years ago. Now, if you look at these figures back then, so the blue bar identifies as the skilled migrants, and the red one is the family. Now, the only year that family overtakes skilled migrants was in the pandemic year. Look at this. It's 2020 and 21. And the skilled migrant was 79, basically because no one can actually enter Australia, and 80,000 for the family because these are all family connected. They wanted to come into Australia as a safety, security, protection from the virus, and that was the only year. So that was the only year there's a major difference. And all the other one, if you look at the figure here, they are all the skilled migrants are a lot more, probably double or triple of the family intakes. That's the norm. Now, if you want the if the Liberal National Coalition want to take that back, look at this one. If we scroll down to 2025, that's the proposal by the coalition. If we got to drop that to 87,200, that is horrible. That figures never, well, that means in the past decades, past 10 years plus, look at this figure, despite of the pandemic year, there was never been that low. Now imagine if we go into that low figure, 87,200, how would the Australian economy actually sustain or maintain? I mean, that's basically putting Australian economy straight into recession because there's not enough workforce. And that's exactly what Australia has actually experienced during COVID time, because back then there was not enough people. I've personally know numbers of cafe and restaurant, and you probably have remember this, numbers of restaurants shut down during COVID, not because of no business, but because they cannot find the barista, they cannot find the chefs, they cannot find the skilled workers they require to actually operate the business. It's not, they don't have the demand to actually run the business. It's no skilled talent to actually meet the demand. So again, here we go. I mean, I've done several videos already, talk about how the Peter Dunne proposal won't work, and there's actually an expert, Abu Rizvi, talking about it, that won't work as well. And today we're actually looking into the actual figure that is not going to work, because in the past 10 years skilled migrants level and numbers were never that low, and today we got 27 million people, 4 million plus more compared to 10 years back. How would that actually sustain the business and the commerce and economy of Australia? That just basically won't work. So that's basically giving us the way back that the coalition definitely, I don't think they will win, because the support is just keep on dropping. All right, let's go back to the migration strategy. Now, we have been talking about this and referred this in the past years, as that's the plan for the Labor government, in which they have done it as I think 90% that they already done. I've just checked. They have raised the TISMIT, they have the pathway for all the temporary skill visa people, they got the new skills in demand done. The only thing left is the essential stream, that's down here, essential stream, that's for the low income worker, but I think that will be coming out very soon. That basically what I'm saying is after the election. So we're talking about what sort of other policies has already been written and planned for, and with the continuation of Labor government, what do we foresee? All right, and there's I think there's a database of the employer hasn't really been well, I think they're implementing it. They just haven't been releasing the actual technology to allow the public to actually use that. So that's another thing. So another thing is the point test system. They've been talking about the point test. They got the new NIV, so talent and innovation visas already there. The only thing is the point test system hasn't really been released. So the three things that we are looking forward on this new Labor government for will potentially after next Saturday. So the new point test system, the essential pathway, the stream for the low income employment sponsored visa people, and the index or the database for all the valid Australian employers that be able to actually accept nomination and work visas there. So anyway, that's just some updates and foreseeable future that we can see how if Labor continues to be the government, the governing body or party for Australia, and how we'll actually foresee in the upcoming, well, hopefully the later 2025 will be a better 2025, because this first 5 months almost, we haven't really seen much of policy updates. because first of all, the US and China trade war, Trump effects, a lot of things has been stopped. There has not been any invitation. Hopefully there will be something just before the new financial year. Anyway, should you have more question, query, more than welcome to leave a comment right down below, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.